Recently, my ADD brain has been making it extremely difficult to get things done. And come to realize it, I've been lacking any kind of structure for the past half a year. Throw in a few mental breakdowns and
I needed help.
And this made me think about one person who could possibly save me. Tenured Stanford professor in neurobiology and an American neuroscientist, Andrew Huberman. So for 7 days, I decided to live like Andrew Huberman. And not only did I live like Andrew Huberman, I managed to run into Andrew Huberman while I was living like him.
I was asked what are 3 things that we can do for our health and well-being. And I would say the first one that's fundamental is getting morning sunlight in your eyes. And if you're from the Pacific Northwest or from Scandinavia and there's not much light, still try and get whatever light's there, especially on overcast days. So probably anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes and longer on overcast days. Sunglasses off, eyeglasses and contacts are fine.
But there's more to his routine than just this, so let's go back a little bit. Sorry for cutting you off, Andrew Huberman. Andrew Huberman has something that can be described as a 3-part daily routine consisting of morning, afternoon, and night. However, I'm going to start this challenge off at night, and his dinner is where he saves nearly all his carbs for the day. He starts dimming the lights, takes a hot shower, and if he's feeling restless, he might take 3 supplements. 145 milligrams of magnesium threonate, 50 milligrams of apigenin, and 100 to 400 milligrams of theanine. So I took my supplements and had a beautiful 7.5 hours of sleep. Morning came, and it was finally time for his morning routine.
So there's no sunlight right now, so I turned on lamps because Andrew Huberman said turning on light, even artificial light, can help you wake up. But yeah, now it's time to drink some water.
Now, what most people do when they get out of bed is they down a cup of coffee. I actually used to make coffee the night before I went to bed, so I could just drink it the moment my eyes opened. But Andrew Huberman says, do not do this. Instead, you want to wait 90 minutes after you wake up, because chances are when you wake up, you're still going to be somewhat tired, and you want to wait till you're no longer tired to start drinking caffeine so that when you're tired again, your caffeine will still be in your system. So I started off my morning routine by drinking salt water.
You know what's crazy? I think the salt water is actually working. I'm feeling a little bit more awake.
So the reason behind the salt water is that our neurons transfer ionic signals through a process called ionic conduction. Sodium helps aid this process. Also took 2 test boosters because they weren't that expensive. Anyways, the supplements that I took were Tonkat Ali and Fedosia agrestis, which I heard some people say gives you kidney damage, but I met Andrew Huberman. I trust Andrew Huberman with my life. It is now time for me to take another shower. And yes, we did take a shower yesterday, but this one's going to be cold. And the other one was hot. So it's very different. 3, 2, 1. Now, I like to keep my messaging and video very positive, but if you can't take a cold shower, you are a soft, fluffy, cuddly, cute bitch. Andrew Huberman also talks about the importance of self-generated forward ambulation, or walking. So I thought it would be a fantastic idea to walk to the store so I could earn my caffeine and also to get that morning good sun in my eyes. At this time, I'm not eating breakfast because Andrew Huberman is a big proponent of intermittent fasting. And while I was at the store, I found Andrew Huberman's caffeine of choice, yerba mate.
No.
I know what you're saying. That's probably not real yerba mate. It's the effort that counts. But before I took a sip of that sweet yerba mate, it was time for me to go to the gym so that I could use my caffeine for my workout.
Regular cardiovascular and resistance training exercise. plus obviously good nutrition, social connection, and quality sleep are going to be the fundamentals, the sort of foundations of good health. And then I would have one tool to deal with stress in real time, which is the most effective tool we are aware of based on the science, is the so-called physiological sigh. 2 inhales deeply through the nose to maximum inflation of the lungs, and then the long full exhale of the lungs for rapid de-stress, and then something to get your stress threshold up, meaning something that you do as a regular practice to increase your level of tolerance for high levels of adrenaline in your system. So cold shower, ice bath, probably exercise is a little bit harder to get that really big adrenaline increase, but something that puts you safely into discomfort, where you want to get out of the situation safely, but can safely remain in it for some period of time. You'll build up that stress resilience. So there's a lot more. You can check out what we do at my podcast, but thanks for asking the question. This was just in between sets at the gym.
Dude,
Sure.
love you, man.
Right,
Love your work.
Tag it and I'll pay attention to it.
Will do.
This is insane, bro. And then I think Arnold Schwarzenegger's place. Hey, Arnold. I love you so much, bro.
Thank you.
Can I? Yeah. After your workout. All right, take care, Arnold.
Andrew Huberman says after 4 hours since you woke up, that is the most optimal time to do deep work. The reasoning behind this is because that's when our body temperature is at its highest point, and that's the best for maximizing productivity and focus. For this deep work session, I decided to work on my script for a short film, which will come out eventually. Please subscribe so you can see that short film when it comes out. It's going to be really good. What Andrew Huberman likes to do for deep work is he likes to do 90 minutes of straight interrupted work followed by 20 minutes of rest. After my deep work session, it was time for my favorite time of the day. So typically for lunch, Andrew Huberman would have some kind of meat with vegetables. As you see, what I have right now is some chicken, a salad, and some healthy fats. What I had was chicken and salad very, very often, sometimes turkey and salad. Chicken and turkey have a lot of tryptophan, which kind of made me a little bit sleepy after lunchtime. I found out that pork or steak does not make you tired the way that chicken or turkey does. After he's had his low-carb lunch and has digested his food a little bit, now is time for his afternoon jog. And he'll typically jog for about an hour, getting more sunlight in his eyes, and to get some nice cardio to keep his mind and body in check. After our jog, we're into our mid to late afternoon crash, where we typically feel a little bit drowsy and groggy. During this time, Andrew Huberman does a little more of NSDR, or Yoga Nidra, which I got to say is the right time to do Yoga Nidra. So what Andrew Huberman does is he puts a pillow underneath his feet, and he listens to himself. I'm serious.
Focus your attention on whatever it is that your feet happen to be in contact with.
Yo, so that was insane. I feel like I can literally think about nothing if I want to. Before that session of Yoga Nidra, I was feeling groggy, I was feeling tired, I did not want to live anymore, but after that Yoga Nidra session, let me tell you, I was energized. I felt great. After a little bit of NSDR, it is now time for our second work session, but this is more creative. For this, I would do a little bit of editing, something, not super taxing on your mind and body or your soul. And after this creative session is kind of where we repeat from the start of the video. You get ready for bed. All right, let me reflect a little bit on this whole experiment for a second. Not only was I less impulsive, not only did my ADD disappear, I felt myself getting smarter. While I was doing this challenge, I had an audition that was 5 pages long. I managed to memorize all 5 pages and record the audition in a matter of 3 hours. That's unheard of for me. The only reason I was able to do that was because my mind was so sharp that I was able to just learn things quickly, memorize things quickly, speak quickly, and execute quickly. His stuff works, okay? If your brain is, I would say definitely try this routine. Just keep going. Never, ever give up. You have control over yourself as long as you choose to have control over yourself. It may feel like it's harder for you than it is for most people, but I guarantee you, if you truly want something and you truly discipline yourself into the journey that is going towards whatever goals you want, and you never give up, it may be harder for you in the moment right now, but if you keep going and you never give up, I guarantee you, you will build more discipline than other people. You will build more resilience. You will just be an iron rhinoceros that can just break down any wall that comes in your way. And with that, I say, good luck to whatever you do in life.